In this video, I show you 3 techniques on how to manually echo out. Find out how coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video. So by now, I'm sure a lot of you know about and use the echo out effect, either in your DJ software like Serato, Rekordbox, or Tractor, or even on your hardware. So something like a Rain 62 or a Pioneer DJ, DJM 900, where they have the actual echo out effect on the hardware. But originally, the original echo out actually was done manually using vinyl. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways on how to manually echo out using vinyl, but these techniques still transfer over if you're using CDJs or a controller as well. So the first one up I'm going to show you is the baby scratch echo out. In this example, I'm going to be using 2 tracks from my homie Jared Jackson, so shout out to him. So I'm going to start off with this track on deck A, the left side, and I'm going to transition into deck B on the right side, and then I'm going to echo out manually, taking deck A out of the mix using the first up, the baby scratch technique. So let me go ahead and start this track. Now I'm going to start bringing this one in soon on deck B.
It may be that which holds the stars in the firmament. That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart.
Here we go, bringing in the second track.
That's what I feel in my heart.
Now I'm going to use the baby scratch transition. Now as you can see, you get that kind of hip-hop vibe with the baby scratch out effect, and then you just fade it out using the up fader or the volume fader. So one more time, I'm letting the track play out. And I'm basically rubbing the record back and forth, and then going down on the volume fader. Now the key to all 3 of these techniques is to take the last snare, so the 4th beat of the last bar of the transition out. So right here is that last snare. I grabbed it and I just started scratching it out and fading out. And this is going to be the same for all 3 of these techniques. So up next we have the forward scratch echo out. So in this example, I'm going to take the same kind of approach, going from A to song B and then transitioning out of deck A. So let's go back to that real quick. Let's start this over.
That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart.
Bringing in the second song again. And here's the forward scratch echo out. Now as you can hear, that one sounds a lot closer to the echo out effect that you might use in your DJ software or on your actual DJ hardware on your mixer as well. Now that technique is actually a little bit harder than the baby scratch, takes a little more coordination and a lot more practice, but the basic principle is the same. So instead of the baby scratch, where I'm just moving the record back and forward like this and then just fading out, with the forward, you're actually doing a forward scratch, which is letting the song or the sound play forward, stopping it, closing the fader, and then bringing the actual song back. So you're only hearing the forward part of it and not the pullback. So it's going to be like this. But how you add in the echo out effect is, instead of going all the way full volume every time, you bring it back a little less every single time. So it's going to be 100%, then maybe about 75%, 50%, 25%, etc. So it'll sound a lot more like this. So you get that manual echo out of that one last snare. Now this technique does take a lot more practice, like I said, but if you get this one down, this is the cleanest sounding one out of these 3 techniques that I'm showing you. Now let me show you this last technique. This one isn't necessarily an echo out effect, but this is kind of like a manual break effect that you can use with either vinyl or on a CDJ or whatever. And I use this in conjunction with fading out. So it's kind of like echoing out, but with the break effect. So if you've used it in Serato DJ, the break effect, it's kind of sounding like that. So actually, once you hear it, you'll get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So let's start.
That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart. That's what I feel in my heart.
Now with that one, I kind of combined the baby scratch and started pulling the fader down, so you get that kind of echo out baby scratch, but then instead of just keep the baby going, I just kind of slow it, like so it'll sound a lot like this. So you get that kind of break effect as well as an echo out in one kind of technique. Now I'll say that's probably the least useful out of these 3 techniques, but what I really like about that, it gives you a really quick out to get out of a mix. Maybe it's like not going right, or maybe you just have to bail out of one song and get to another really quick. You can just go ahead and grab that last snare and just do that kind of pullback. So real quick, you don't have to worry about getting the effects right or getting the BPMs right on your mixer, on your DJ software to get it synced up. You can just kind of just scratch out and get out of that mix and get on to the next song right away. So that's a look at 3 ways on how to manually echo out. So question of the day, how do you end your song transitions from one to another? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.